Everybody, welcome back to this previously dead but now coming back to life YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 21 categories that I've set out for 2021, where I'm going to be trying to do a no buy. This is going to be hopefully a short one. I'm going to try not to go on too many tangents, but basically in my previous video I talked about how I was on a no buy for makeup, skincare, hair care, candles and teas. So apart from the miscellaneous items, I wanted to sort of break down the makeup and skincare categories a little bit more to hold myself more accountable. I find that even though I've made one video on it, I have so many things written down to talk about in videos that it's already helping to hold me back a little bit and helping me to talk myself out of some purchases if I'm coming close to it, which is why really I'm trying to break this down in today's video. The sun has pretty much set. I don't have too much time with good lighting, so let's just get into it. The first category that I want to talk about is makeup. It's the biggest offender. It has the most number of products on the list. In makeup, the very first one that I'm trying to get the most use out of, I can't hit pan on this for sure this year, but I'm going to try to use up a lot of it. It's blush. They're so pretty. I have so many, but I don't know, the ones that I'm trying to pan, there are a couple that I'm trying to like hate pan / just old pan. Like I'm just trying to get rid of older things that are not expired yet. I have a lot of them. They're all really beautiful, but it's just a matter of using them. And I definitely cannot buy any more of them anytime soon because I also have hand-me-downs. So I just happen to have a large collection of those and I don't necessarily need them. They're really, really pretty, but it's so tough to hit pan on a blush, so I really shouldn't be buying any more soon. The next one on my list is pressed powder. I don't even know why I have enough pressed powders to have them on a no buy. I don't think I've ever bought by myself a single pressed or a loose powder. I think it's always been given to me by people who can't use them up or who realize that it didn't suit them or whatever. It's only been a few weeks and I'm already noticing how much emotional labor there is when it comes to buying things. If I can't use up a product that I bought, I feel guilty and then I pass it on to someone else, inevitably pushing that guilt onto them, like, now this is your problem, deal with my guilt. So that's something I need to get better at. At one point of time, I had a really, really tiny makeup collection. And so anybody that offered me something, I'd be like, yeah, I can make this work. But now that I got into it myself, I have bought things by myself, I really shouldn't be accepting things anymore. So I think I should make this a no buy and a don't accept things from others that you aren't absolutely sure you're going to use. It's not going to really happen with the quarantine anyway, but I just want to remind myself that just because it's there, it's free to use, doesn't mean I should go grab it. That was okay a few years ago when I didn't have any makeup of my own and someone was just giving it to me in order to be more sustainable. But now that I have my own set of problems, I should deal with those first. Next one on my list is foundation. I used to have a pretty large collection and then I decluttered some, but mostly I used them all up. But then this year I received an order that wasn't actually meant for me. I try not to cake up too much foundation because I already have dry skin. I like to go for a more light, dewy look most of the time. I'm going to be holding on to this foundation for a good 2-3 years. I'm going to try to not open them. I'm going to try to do a one in, one out type policy as much as I can with those. The next one on my list is mascara. I have way too many open right now, so I'm trying my best to get through those before they dry up. I'm really trying to stick to a one in, one out type thing. I really like them. I use them quite a bit, but I'm not sure why I have so many open currently. I'm not picky at all. I'll use anything. I'll use any mascara. I don't have any preferences. So I really shouldn't be opening and letting so many of them dry up because that's so not sustainable. Another tangent, but I've noticed how much waste I'm generating by just purchasing and holding on to things that I'm not using, because that's waste on its own, in addition to, of course, the waste that you just throw away after you use items. A lot of these I do have some regrets here and there about my purchases, but overall I'm already finding it to be a really good learning experience. Okay, I'm trying to keep the tangents short now because it's really dark outside and the fluorescent lighting isn't doing me any favors. Next one on the list is lipstick. I have too many of those. Again, not all of them were my purchases. My mom had been gifted a bunch of the Huda Beauty liquid lipsticks at one point of time, and the ones that she didn't want to use, she donated over to me. but they're so matte and so drying that I'm trying my best to use them as a lip stain now. But I have a bunch of those, and then I have some other regular staples all from the drugstore that I really enjoy using, but I'm not using as much anymore because I'm wearing a mask everywhere I go. So it's going to be interesting to see if I can actually fully pan a lipstick. Probably not, but it's on my no buy anyway. Next one on my list is concealer. Like I said, I don't go through a lot of foundation, but I go through a lot of concealers because that's really what I use on a regular basis. Luckily, I've gone through quite a bit already without buying many, but I have, I think, 3 or 4 currently, but only one is open. So if I can even get through one this year, that'll be great. But it's definitely on a no buy for a reason because I have enough of it, but luckily I will be using it. I don't think any of those were terrible purchases. Some of those were just replacements that I bought for products that I already love. The next one on my no buy list is a makeup remover. I have so many different kinds that I want to get through all of them before I go buy a new one. I have figured out my type, the one that works best for me, and because of that I was ignoring the other ones that I have. So it's just a matter of using up the old ones before I go ahead and buy new ones. But I don't have a problem with these as such. I don't have a huge unbearable collection. I just tend to ignore the one that I don't like because I bought a new one. That's something that I'm realizing about myself. Like if I get through halfway a product and I haven't enjoyed it, I don't just use it up like I should. Even if I'm using it begrudgingly, I should just use it and then go ahead and buy a new one. Every time I buy a new product, I start using that instantly. And I end up having half full bottles of a bunch of things, which is so stupid of me. The next one on my no-buy list is primer. Again, not sure why I have them. None of them were presents or hand-me-downs. I've bought all the primers I have. I don't know why I have enough to have them on a no-buy list, but it is what it is. Next one on my no-buy list is highlighter. I have a couple of liquid highlighters and then I have more than a couple of powder highlighters. Nobody needs that many. I think I have enough for the rest of my life. So definitely on a no-buy for this year and potentially even next year on highlighters. That concludes makeup. I want to note that eyeshadow and eyeshadow palettes are not on this because I don't have a problem with them. I judiciously use all the ones that I have already, but I'm going to really be trying not to buy them because my no buy is for makeup, and then these are specific categories where I absolutely cannot buy anything. I'm really trying with eyeshadows. Maybe on my birthday this year I'll buy myself one thing and one thing only from the eyeshadow department, but I'm gonna try to push it as much as I can. Thing is, what I'm worried about is if I let myself go a little bit, I'll just let myself go all the way, and I just don't want that happening, especially so early on in the year. Okay, moving on to the remaining categories. So in skincare, I'm pretty good. I have a lot, but I'm pretty good about using them all. So last year, The Ordinary had a sale in November, and I use a lot of The Ordinary serums. Here's where I messed up. I bought a lot of replacements for products that I love without thinking about the fact that it takes me about 6 months to get through one bottle, which is quite a lot of time. Something that I read on the No Buy subreddit was that buying things in bulk earlier on actually steals joy from your shopping later on, which I realized is so true. Because I collected so many of the products that I love already, especially from The Ordinary, I'm now finding that I can't be adventurous and go on to try a new company or something because I have so much that I need to get through before it all expires. Anyway, the first one on skincare is body lotion. I realized last year that I wasn't moisturizing enough, so I went ahead and bought a bunch. And now I just have to get through it. I'm just on a no buy for it. For that reason, I just can't be going out and buying more while I'm still in the process of using what I already have. One on my list is physical exfoliators. I've moved on from physical exfoliators to chemical exfoliators for my bumpy ass textured skin, but I still have a couple that I want to get through that I don't want to buy anymore. I pretty much don't want to buy those ever again anymore because I just discovered last year how bad they were for me. I'm not too attached to the clean feeling that a lot of people want with beads on their face or something. I don't have that. I don't care with like what the process is of exfoliation. I just want it to be done. Next one on my list is face moisturizer. This is something that I will just get through my current collection of, and I right now only have one open, which is great. At one point of time last year I had 3 open, and then I had to make sure to use those up before they expire. and I think I have a couple closed already, so I'm pretty much good for this year. I don't think I'll be needing to repurchase it. Like, I won't have to break any of my rules for these products. The next one on my list is serums. I'm not going to get too into it. I already went on my tangent about The Ordinary, but basically most of my serums are from The Ordinary. I just need to get through them. I already have so many open that I'm using very regularly, but I also have so many closed that I don't know how long their shelf life is. I think it's 3 years for The Ordinary, so I'm pretty much good for the next 2 or 3 years at this rate. Next one on my list is lip balms. Okay, here's an issue. I'm addicted to lip balms. I'm so addicted. When I run out of one, I don't go and buy one. I buy two. So you can only guess how many replacements I have. Last week, I just found all of them in different corners of my house, in my car, in my bedroom, everywhere, and just combined them into one bag and just figured a way out to distribute them properly around the house instead of just having them scattered and then not being able to find them and being like, okay, I'm just going to go out and buy another one. It's definitely one of those vices that I have, but I'm glad I have it a little bit in control now. Again, the Nobuy is really helping with that. I've been repurposing old leftover Vaseline into little lipstick consoles and using those as lip balms too. I'm really trying to be more judicious with my use of items. The next one on my list is face masks. I have a lot of them, but I also use them quite a bit. I am really someone who enjoys face masks, but I have enough to last me all of this year, but I think I'll be able to get one next year. I'll get through 90% of my stash this year, I think. I think I'll be left with only one face mask at the end of the year if my calculations make sense about how often I use them. So I'm excited for the Nobuy for it this year, but I'm also excited to buy one new product next year. I'm creating like a simultaneous wish list. This helps to talk myself out of the purchases that I'm buying because I see it on a list and I'm like, don't worry, you're gonna get it at some point. So face masks is definitely on that list. The next one on my list is sunscreen. I don't have a problem with buying too much sunscreen, but I have a problem with not using enough sunscreen. I hate that I'm such a bad adult when it comes to that, but very, very recently, as of 4 or 5 months ago, I'm being really regular with it. But it has to be on my Nobuy this year because I do have quite a bit of it, but I don't have an overwhelming amount. On to the second last one. This video is already becoming way longer than I thought it would be. Okay, the next one is hair products. I'm so sorry for all the tangents, but also not that sorry because like I wanted to talk about it. The first product on my Nobuy for hair products is air drying sprays and gels and all of that. I don't know why I have so many. They're all useless. They're all useless. Show me one product that helps me air dry properly and I'll show you my collection of all of those that don't. I'm done with them. I'm not buying any more. I'm just trying to hate pan the ones that I have. Whether it's the Way spray, whether it's the herbal essences, whatever, Taozilmi, whatever spray, none of them work. None of them work on me, so I'm done with them. I'm done with buying them. The only thing that they provide is that they smell good, but then I have perfume for that. I have a perfume problem too, so why am I buying all those sprays then? The next one is hair mask. I don't have a problem with buying too much hair mask. I only have one. I haven't been getting through it, so I'm just trying to remind myself that I'm not going to buy anymore because I have one. I've moved it to the shower now instead of keeping them in the shelves so that I see it every time I'm washing my hair. We're almost at the end. The next one is just miscellaneous. Okay, so I have a lot of candles, tea, and perfumes. I'm just not going to buy any. I don't have any strict rules about perfumes because I'm trying not to force myself to use one up. I enjoy all of them equally and I use them every day. So I just want to get the most use out of them. I've now collected all the perfumes that I have and kept them at my dresser. I enjoy all of them thoroughly. They're just on a no-buy because I don't need to buy anymore. But I do really enjoy them and I will use them. There's no hate panning going on with perfumes at all. I love each one of them. So for my project pan, which I will be talking about pretty soon in another week or two, I'm splitting these up halfway. So for 11 out of 21 of these products, I want to finish up at least one of these of each type. And for the other 10, I'm just trying to get the most use out of. So for example, a foundation, I can see myself getting through, or a lip balm, I can see myself getting through it. But on the other hand, like a lipstick or a blush or a highlighter, it's so tough to hit pan on those things, especially while wearing a mask these days. It's not going to happen. So I'm just trying to get the most use I can out of those. I will go into more detail on those in my project pan video, but that concludes this list. I'm sorry for the terrible lighting, But if you stayed till here, you're a real one. I hope you're having a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.